Alright, well, welcome to 2 Feet, 4 Wheels, and a 6-Pack. I am Todd Rogers, and
I'm Kevin.
And here we are for our first podcast of 2016. Look at that, Kevin, we made it a year already.
We made it a couple of months. We're into a new year.
Well, it's a new year, but still, that's fine.
New beer for a new year.
New beer for a new year, I love it. Hey, I'll tell you what I want to do here. I want to start with a quick story.
Tell me now.
About a young man that got a whole bunch of freaking phone calls that he didn't know where they were coming from. So, alright, it's probably about a week ago. I was sitting in bed and my phone was over on my desk. And my phone started ringing.
Ring, ring.
And I'm thinking,
ring, ring.
Actually, I have the Orphan Black theme song for my ringtone, but it rang. Yeah, it rang through.
Ringtone is racist.
Shut up. It rang through the whole thing, and then it stopped. I thought, no big deal. I missed a phone call, and then it started ringing again. Rang through the whole thing and stopped, and then it started ringing again. And literally, I'll tell you what, it went through 4 times for this. So what happened is then I asked my father, can you give me my phone? Because somebody keeps calling me. So basically, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play the 2 messages I got from my caller. And then I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. Alright, now hold it towards the thing.
You have 3 saved
Put it right up by there.
Saved message.
I'm sure they can hear it from here.
Good morning, Mr. Todd.
Hit 9, that's my wheelchair guy. Alright, quick, hold it up there. All the way up.
Saved message.
That's what's up. I got you, too. On some real live shit. This is Mario, too.
Okay,
To
hit 9.
replay this message,
That's the first one.
press
Get ready for the next one.
Message saved. Saved message.
I can't believe you don't know Mario. For real? From King Earth? You been telling me to come to your house, bro. I've been calling for my sister number. That's what's up, though.
Alright,
To replay
hit 9
this
again.
message,
And then you
press
can go ahead and hit
Message
end call.
saved.
Alright, so
So you don't know Mario?
no, I don't know Mario. I do know a Mario, but that's not the Mario that I know. So, but now it wouldn't be as bad, but here's the thing that happened. After about the 4th call, I sent him put it over there. I sent him a text message and I said,
Don't tell me what to do.
I said, I'm not sure I know who you are and I think you have the wrong number. And that's when I started getting the messages. But what happened is, throughout a 10-minute period, I got 11 phone calls from this guy.
Not just a guy. You got a phone call from Mario.
I got a phone call. Yo, it's Mario. So, I mean, hey, I thought I wanted to share those with you because I thought that you guys would find them interesting for sure.
You should have called him back and talked to him.
Where's my beer?
Well, you probably want a beer, huh?
So, I just thought that was interesting to, yo, it's Mario head. And, that would be an interesting thing. People wonder why I said that.
You get none from me.
Oh, shit. So, let's take real quick and let's recap our lives over the last 2 weeks. How was your Christmas?
It was nice.
Good.
I got some new underwear.
You did?
No.
No. Well, you probably need some new underwear.
No, I'm okay.
Your 2 pair have held up?
Yes.
Alright, good.
No holes, nothing.
Oh, excellent. But,
Well, just that small one, but never mind.
that one's not important. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Christmas was okay for us too, so it's fine. So, and New Year's. Did you do anything for New Year's?
Yeah, I went to bed at like 10:30.
Well, you got me. I think I was in bed at 9:30. Even though I did watch the Twilight Zone marathon on Sci-Fi, so.
You didn't watch the ball drop?
No, my balls have dropped a long time ago.
That was my joke.
Oh shit! Sorry. It was right there. I couldn't stay away from it.
Actually, I did have to call the cops on Christmas Eve.
Oh Jesus! Here we go. Okay. Your roommate didn't come back, did she?
No, she would have met my 9mm. No, my neighbors are just fools. And they just find any reason to shoot off fireworks. And they were shooting them off all night. Started probably about 7 or 8 o'clock. And come around midnight, it was still going on. And I fell asleep and then woke up about 2 o'clock with fireworks still going off. And I laid in bed for about 15-20 minutes and they were just still going off. And so I called up the Popo, filed a noise complaint, asked them to drive by, asked them to, whoever it was shooting them off, to stop. And maybe about 30 minutes later, I don't know if the police actually drove by or they just ran out of ammunition, but it stopped. I don't know when people started shooting fireworks off on Christmas Eve.
Dude, I feel you. It's
I'm really starting to become a staunch believer in no fireworks.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I don't want to be that stick in the mud, but the truth is that
I'll be the stick in the mud.
It's absolutely freaking aggravating.
Very much so.
I mean, look, I get it. New Year's Eve. That I think what they should say is that on New Year's Eve, you can light off fireworks from 12 midnight to 1 a.m. Period. That's it. Stop after that.
I think they can go a little
no,
earlier
I really
also.
like to. Okay, maybe earlier, but not later.
Yeah, they can start like earlier in the evening.
Dude, I got one dog, Molly, who she's 8 now, and it never bothered her before. But over the last 2 years, fireworks seem to drive her freaking insane, and she will not leave you alone.
Yeah, Ernie wouldn't go outside Christmas Eve when they started shooting them off, and he ended up just pissing in the house.
See, it's like Christmas Eve. Did they set up fireworks when Jesus was born? I mean, did the 3 wise men bring gifts and fireworks? I don't think they did.
No, it's funny because I saw there's like what's it? It's like a community website, and you're in a certain subdivision, you can join and whatnot. And I joined it, and I got a email from them, whenever there's a new message or something, and there were complaints from all areas of my side of town.
Yeah.
Literally like 30 emails.
It's
30
ridiculous.
complaints about it, and it is. It's
people just don't have any concern for anybody else. Period.
Someone had said they're shooting off the
I mean,
fireworks.
maybe that sounds weird coming from us, but
for a celebration of Jesus, and that's fine. Shoot off your fireworks if you want, but not at friggin' 2 a.m. on Christmas Day.
Yeah. Oh, you know what though? Seeing that now that you mentioned Jesus, I would like to talk about Christmas. And what I'd like to say, thank you. Go ahead and cough and die there. Now, not necessarily Christmas, but I want to talk about Christmas presents. And the one thing I would like to really talk about.
You don't like the lump of coal I got you?
It was nice. It fits in with the other years, so.
Put up your butt, it'll come out a diamond.
I wish that was true, Kevin. I really do, because I would be shitting diamonds for a week. The thing that gets me is, okay, it's been on the news everywhere and everywhere. Everyone is getting freaked out when they get their hoverboards and they're catching on fire and everything else. Well, let me say this. The biggest problem about your hoverboard catching on fire isn't the fact that it's catching on fire, but it's not a fucking hoverboard.
You just said the F word.
I did say the F word, and I haven't said it much throughout this podcast, but I need to say it now. Let me explain something to you people. Hoverboards do one thing that is very unique, and that's called hover. And hover means it floats off the ground. And it doesn't have wheels to drive around. What we're talking about now are...
This is just like a Segway.
They're glorified sideways skateboards or Segways without handles.
And you know what happened to the Segway owner, right?
Yeah, didn't he fall off a cliff
while driving a Segway? Yes, he did.
But God, this is so aggravating. It's not a hoverboard, people. It doesn't hover. Stop calling it a hoverboard. Your hoverboard is not catching on fire because you don't own a hoverboard because they haven't been invented.
Yet.
I'm sorry.
That we know of.
That was just something me and my father had discussed, and it aggravates me every time I hear it on the news.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
No, it's just stupid. People are stupid, and that's the way it is. Oh, I did post our podcast to a couple places, and I did specifically say that it's not our intent to offend you, but
It's your
most
intent,
likely
it's not
we
mine.
will. No, it's not my intent to offend
You're the one
anybody.
who's offending everyone.
It seems that way. Even though I would go back to one thing, but I don't want to mention it again because I don't want to bring it up. But that was pretty offensive by you. Like, you know what it is because you laughed, and I know you do, but we won't bring it up again. I don't think I've really offended anybody. I mean, I probably have, but whatever. All right, so what do you want to do next?
Oh, you want to do your movies?
Yeah, let's do the movies.
We need like a cowbell or something to announce this segment.
How's that?
That's great.
All right, here's my movies.
I see you got 3 this week.
I have 3
3
movies.
Blu-rays. Actually, I guess you'd say 4.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say this one for last.
3.5.
Yeah. The first one here is Attack the Block. Inner City versus Outer Space.
Freaking awesome sci-fi movie.
I think this is a British movie, huh?
Yeah, it's a British movie.
I think I saw it and I wasn't too impressed.
Oh, come on now. What's something wrong with you? This is one of the best sci-fi movies I saw that year. And it's just really cool. I mean,
What year was it?
I want to say it might have been 14.
I can't read. My eyesight's shot.
I can try to look. See, I have glasses, but you know, that's what we do. This is one of those movies that
Todd's trying to read.
I am reading. I'm trying to say. I don't see. I actually don't see the. Oh wait! Stop moving. I see it. 2014.
2000. Well, I guess we'll just take your word on it.
Well, you have to because nobody else can see it.
Oh, I saw. I just wasn't all.
No,
that
I'm saying
impressed
nobody
with
else can see the number, so they have to believe me.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a cool movie. Check it out if you like. Look, I think that we have a tendency of the European countries like Great Britain, which I know I argued about that one day, but England, New Zealand, Ireland, they make pretty cool films because their film commission gets behind them and gives them money to make their movies. God forbid that happens here in the United States. So check it out. Attack the Block.
Attack the Block.
All right, next.
Speaking of movies, we got the soundtrack for Judgment Night going on right now. This is a song.
It is.
This is Judgment Night's song.
And wait a minute.
I
Let me
really
say.
dig this.
I want to say this because it's going to lead into something we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Emilio!
Emilio!
Alright, that'll make sense now when Kevin mentions this.
Next movie, Nightmares. Is this your sleeper?
This is a movie that was back in the early 80s. And what they were doing back then, which I always loved, was those horror anthology movies. You know, you got a couple different stories
Like Tales
into
from the Dark Side movie?
Yeah. Yeah. And this had some pretty good stories, and one of them was about a video game where a guy was trying to beat this video game over and over again. And the guy trying to beat the video game was Emilio!
And J.J. Cooney, a video game hotshot, dares to take on a strange challenger, though it may cost him his life in the Bishop of Battle.
Yeah, and awesome thing about this, it's so freaking 80s because every time he stepped up to the video game, he would get his Sony Walkman and pull his headphones over his ears and hit the button on the giant Walkman on his belt and play his music to rattle him on to victory. But it's a cool series. You know, going back, I've been waiting for a long time for it to come out on Blu-ray. I loved it when I saw it on DVD, so it's a buyer. Go ahead and buy it. Nightmares.
It's just called Nightmares?
Yeah,
Because
Nightmares.
it makes this, the cover art makes
It's a tagline. It's not really.
I understand that, but it's like really big right under it, so
It is
it makes
very-
it look like part of the title.
It is big, but that would be a long title.
That's retarded.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, last one.
Here we go.
This one is 2 times the poppin', 2 times the lockin'. Breakin' and Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
You gonna tell me something about it?
All right, look, everybody
No,
out
I'm
there.
sorry. This is Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo,
This
isn't
is a
that nice?
Blu-ray player.
Now, come on, everybody out there who was born like in the 70s, grew up in the 80s. I know you've all seen Break-In and Break-In 2.
Old people like you.
And you. I know you've seen it. But I was at work one day and my buddy Trent said to me, mentioned the movie, and I thought, damn, I'm going to look it up on Amazon, and look what they had. They had Break-In and Break-In 2, Electric Boogaloo, as a 2-movie disc selection.
I think
I couldn't avoid it. I had to buy it.
I think just looking at the cover art here, I think that Breaking 2 might... Well, Breaking, they have the push it to pop it, rock it to lock it, break it to make it. But on the Breaking 2 half, it has like the cast.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you can beat this. You got Lucinda Dickey,
Yes, Lucinda Dickey.
Adolfo Shabadoo Quinones,
Now, Shabadoo, he's, I think, the main breaking guy.
and Michael Boogaloo Shrimp Chambers.
I think he's Turbo. I
Turbo?
think. I'm not positive, but I think he is.
I don't think I ever saw Breaking 2. I think I might have seen Breaking. I'm not sure about Breaking 2. What was that other
Beach Street?
beat? That's the one I had on like recorded on beta.
Yeah. I think Breaking
Beta,
2...
bitch. Beta.
Beta
That's where
is
it was at.
Beta is where it's
The
at if
man
they kept
suppressed
it.
us with VHS.
Look,
Beta's where it's at.
If Beta had stuck around, it would have been better in the long run, but everybody had to go VHS. Hey, let me ask you this, because I can answer this.
Well, if you can answer,
What?
do you...
No, I mean, I can answer for me, not for you.
Okay.
What was your first VHS movie?
That I purchased?
And can you remember
Or
your
that I
first
watched?
VHS player? No, that you owned, everything that you owned.
My first VHS movie, I think, might have been Red Heat with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jim Belushi.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that might have been my brother's. I think it was his, and I just kind of took it over.
Okay. Well, I remember.
I watched that shit till it was raw.
I believe that. We didn't have a... That's the thing about VHS. You could watch that shit till it was raw. You know, when I got my first...
But we started off with beta. We had beta before we had VHS.
See, we never actually had a beta, and I should have, because it was really the prime objective, but we got our first... We bought our first VCR from my uncle, and it was a Fisher, and I got the VCR, and I got 6 VHS tapes. I got Rocky 2, Rocky 3. I got First Blood.
So you're a Sylvester Stallone fan, huh?
Well, that's what he had. And 2 other movies, which I can't tell you right
So
now.
he was a
'cause I don't
Sylvester
remember.
Stallone fan.
I think he was. But they were still great movies. I mean, First Blood's a great movie, and the Rockies are... Rockies might be the... I know that people will kill me, but the Rockies might be the greatest franchise ever.
Have you seen the new one? The Creed movie?
No, I need to
It's
see
supposed
it.
to be really, really good.
I heard it was good, and I heard
They're talking about him, Sylvester Stallone, like nominated for Oscar and shit.
he got a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor.
Did he
So,
really?
yeah. And Ricky Gervais is going to
Ooh.
be the Golden Globe
That should be
guy
very
again.
interesting.
Look, I wouldn't even watch the show, but the truth is, I will watch it now. Because I love the fact that he is quick to point out that all these freaking stars are no better than anybody else, and that they can be picked on just like everybody. I think he's great. I think Ricky Gervais is great. I hope you're listening, Ricky Gervais. I'm sure you're not.
I really don't think so.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not.
Okay, so what else? What's going on?
Hey, there was something that I was thinking about,
Uh-oh.
which I thought was kind of funny.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember when we were shooting Apparition?
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you remember how when we went to go ahead up and shoot,
There's something like different every time.
every friggin' thing was different. Everything was different. All right, let's finish this up, then we'll get to your device.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
like, I remember the first day we went up, we looked at everything. Everything was one way. And then probably
Every time we'd show up, there was something changed.
was different. Like, the rooms were emptied, or stuff was moved, or the best one, really the best one to me, was the day that we pulled up to shoot, and all the sidewalks were gone. Like, every sidewalk was gone. And it was just mud and dirt.
Yeah, I think the very first one was, well, we didn't realize it was going to be the first of oncoming issues, but when the toilets were stopped up.
The toilets,
I think
they
it
were
was like
great.
the first day we got there.
Yeah, I think
And
it was the first day.
What were we shooting in? What was that place?
Oh, it was, I don't remember
Was
the...
it closed down like mental
Yeah,
institution or something?
it was a drug rehab center in Conroe. And it worked because we had one building that looked like a hospital. It had the white flooring and it had the hallway.
Which is where we shot.
And we literally shot every hallway shot in the same hallway, and it up and down through the same rooms and everything else. So, I mean, yeah, it was.
But the first day we got there,
Hold on, up, head. Okay, good.
the first day we got there and we started shooting, when it came time to, when people had to use the bathroom, because it was in the middle of being rebuilt, being remodeled for what?
They were. The place actually had gotten purchased to be renovated as like a children's home, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just like, almost like an orphanage, or if it was still like drug babies or what they were, but they were going ahead and they were doing all these renovations.
Yeah, so there were a lot of workers coming in and out during the week, and during the weekend we would go in and shoot. And the very first weekend was when the shitters were stopped up. And some worker must have had some really, really bad...
Yeah, some bad burritos, because
something. It was horrendous, and I was the one that got to go in there and plunge that shit.
I remember we brought like 2 bottles of that stuff to dump in there. We dumped it all in there.
Yeah.
And we dumped all of it, and it did clear it up fine, but still.
Yeah. It was... I remember I went in there with a mask and gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was all dolled up.
Yeah, it was a fun time shooting.
And we had to like put a note on when we set up that room.
Yeah, me, you, and Jason.
Yeah, JB.
Jason Bradshaw,
JB.
who will be called JB or Cappy, one or the other.
Yeah.
We do hope to have him on the show at some point. But we went up there one day on a Saturday. I remember we built that entire room. The I guess what you would call the what the hell do you want to call that room?
The doctor's laboratory?
Yeah, or the whatever. It's a room where he took people's organs.
Yeah.
But we put up plastic and shelves and
props
and everything, and we were so freaking worried when we left that room.
Hearts in jars, livers in jars.
Yeah, we kept thinking
penises in jars,
vaginas and brains.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we had any vaginas,
No,
but I don't know.
we should have.
But I remember when we were getting ready to leave, I said to Kevin, I said, dude, we need to find a piece of paper, and we need to write on it, please do not disturb this room. Because every time we went there, everything was completely messed up. So we did it, put it up, and everything was fine, but that was the day that we left. And the new owners pulled in, I remember, as we were leaving.
I don't remember that.
There was a woman and a guy. The woman was the new owner, and she had met us before. And this was the weirdest freaking experience, because they pulled up, and the guy was driving, and he was like, can I help you? And we're like, no. We're done. And he's like, what are you doing here? And we're looking at the girl in the passenger seat, because we had met her before.
I don't remember this at all.
But she's not saying anything. Maybe you were pre-drunk. But she's not saying anything.
If I was pre-drunk, I probably would have remembered.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. But then we said to him, well, we're shooting a movie up here, and we've been up here for a while, and we're almost done, and we're getting done, blah, blah, blah. And he kept staring, and finally she says, oh yeah, how you guys doing? And then he stopped. I'm like, and I kept thinking to myself as we were going to go get beers and chicken wings, why didn't you tell him so that he did not tell us and try to interrogate us like he was trying to find something out? I don't know. Whatever. All right, tell me what you got on your phone. That's the Apparition update. Oh, by the way, buy it on Amazon.
We're not done.
And we got more?
Yeah, remember the time the weekend we came in and there were like a bunch of doors?
Oh, shit, that's right.
They're changing out the doors for all
I forgot
all the
about
rooms.
that.
And we walked in and there was literally 20 to 30 doors. Todd's drinking. Todd, you need a haircut. No, there were like 30 doors, and we had to take them all and move them into...
I do need a serious haircut, by the way.
Oh, so do I. It's all right.
Yeah, I know. I look like a hippie. You look like, well, normal.
You always look like a hippie.
Thanks. No, I know. You're right. I totally forgot about that. We went in, and there were just doors stacked up in front of each doorway.
Yeah, and it was
like, how many doors do you need for each doorway?
Yeah, and we had to move them all into the only empty room that we had.
Yeah.
And then remember the other time we came in, there was a bunch of 2x4s?
All over the floor.
All over the floor in the hallway. And me and Andy had to sit there and
move them all.
Move them all. And we're talking like probably 50 or 60 2x4s.
Yeah. Oh, the one quick story I would tell you while you're finding what you're going to do is about the chair. Now, when you watch Apparition, which I know you will watch it, because you can buy it on Amazon and other markets, go to Hastings or somewhere. There's a chair in the movie that's got like these bands of metal and...
The chair you stole.
No. Do not say that because I did not steal it.
You did until it was given to you.
Alright, look, let me tell the story the way it happened. We found this chair and we used it and it was freaking awesome. And then we waited and the chair somehow... I don't freaking know how, but it ended up in the back of the van.
Because you asked me to put it there.
No, shut up.
You said, let's take it.
No, stop.
They're not going to need it. Let's just take it.
Okay, you're not helping me at all here.
I was an accomplice. You made me your accomplice.
Well, now you just told
that jail.
You might still go to jail. But the good point about the story is the week after we found the chair in the back of the van, the owner said, hey, if you want that chair, you can have it. I was like, wow, really? Sweet. And then he says to me, yeah, we went to Mexico and I found this guy and he made this chair for me and I told him I wanted a chair and I said, yeah, if you can find a chair that we can use to where I can tie my wife up. And I'm like, okay, stop. The chair was a lot cooler before you started talking about this. Now I'm getting kind of freaked out, so...
Where's the chair now?
It's out in the dining room. I have it. It's still here.
And we already talked about the time we pulled up and the entire sidewalk was gone.
No, it was just gone.
And we're talking about...
All mud.
Yeah, and this building was like set back maybe...
It was a good...
30, 40 yards?
Yeah, for sure.
From the parking lot?
And the first time we went in there, I decided, okay, it's no big deal. It's just dirt. I'm going to drive my wheelchair up to the steps. And I probably got sunk 3 or 4 times before we got up to that freaking door.
And there was a time they had like a new lock on the gate.
And we couldn't get in. It was a freaking mess, guys. Seriously.
What about the maintenance man that was living in the other little house?
Mm-hmm.
And I could have got shot if he was like a gun-wielding dude. Because we had the extension cord run under the door into his room. And we didn't realize that he came home like the night before. Because we had set it up the day before. And I couldn't open the door, so I started... Because it was caught with the extension cord under it. It just wouldn't open. So I started banging on the door trying to get it open. And then he just opens the door and scared the shit out of me.
Well... Yeah,
what was his name?
I don't know. Was it Ramon or...
I think
was it Ramon?
It was Ramon.
It sounds like right.
Good call. But yeah, that... Seriously, if that was me living there, and I had my gun...
I would have shot you.
I would have shot me too.
All right, what do you got to say?
Say about what?
Did you have something you wanted to put up there? Here, take this.
Someone want to put up where?
Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you what.
I just don't feel like the listings on the phone.
Oh, let's do this real quick. Let's take a pee. We'll be right back. All right, here we are. We're back. Sorry, every once in a while we have to take small breaks for head. Oh, not for head, but for.
Todd made it funny.
I wish you guys were here. You could understand, but.
Todd made it funny.
All right, the one thing we do want to actually throw out there, for those of you who care, which maybe
no roommate updates.
One or two of you, but
no roommate updates.
No roommate updates.
That's
right
what
now.
I want to hear about. No roommate updates. Sorry.
Okay, we have a movie, Copycat, which we worked on years ago, and we got it done. Everything is great, but the sound was not good. And we just want to let y'all know that the sound will be completed over the next couple months, and we will have a Copycat release in 2016.
Hopefully.
We will.
Tell him who's doing the sound.
I don't want to say his name because I don't know what he wants me to say. So let's not say his name.
Can we say what he's worked on?
He's worked on good stuff, like Boyhood, which is that 12-year movie that they did.
Oh, that's that Richard Linklater movie.
Yeah. So we got a guy that knows what he's
everybody
doing.
worked on that movie.
Well, yeah, but we got a guy at
It's
least...
like 12 years in the making.
That's true. But at least we got somebody that knows what they're doing.
Worked on it?
No, I doubt it. No.
Maybe his son? No,
I mean, his son's more than his dad, but I doubt it.
That'd be cool, because that was like wasn't that an Oscar-nominated movie?
It was.
Did you see it?
Not yet. I plan on it.
I didn't see it either.
Have you seen anything recently?
What if we watch it and the sound's all whack?
It was pretty bad. And I'm not sure what they do then for their Oscar nominations, but whatever.
It wasn't nominated for sound, maybe.
No, maybe not. But we'll see. I think we'll be in good shape and we'll get done.
Yeah, I hope so. It would be interesting. It would be nice to have someone with that kind of resume working on Copycat.
Yeah, it'd be good. And then we'll get it out there and get it
because
done.
we don't have it. What else is going on? Oh, you just polished that beer off.
I did, thank you.
I still got like a quarter of mine.
Alright, we'll finish that before I get my next one.
No, I will. Don't worry.
The one thing I did want to say is that...
This will be like several things that you wanted me to say.
I know, but we've got a couple of people that listen. And one guy is Jason Bradshaw. And Jason, we are ready to get you down here for a sit-in. So I hope you're listening to this. Well, you will listen to this podcast when it's done. Jason even mentioned that for a special episode, we would be 4 feet, 4 wheels, in a case. That would be quite a bit. Quite a bit more.
That's a lot more beer.
But we'll bring him in one day if he can get his ass down here.
He's not going to come.
No, I know. We would love him to be here, but
he doesn't like us that much.
He'll
offer to. I'll phone in.
Yes,
we're not ET. And then phone home to us.
No, we'll sit and we'll wait, and then. But I hope he proves us wrong. He can prove us wrong. Now come on the show and call us assholes for being not. See there, Jason. There you go. Now you have motivation to come here. You can call us names for saying that you wouldn't come here.
Yeah, Jason. I'll help you call Todd an asshole.
It's not just me though. It's Kevin is the asshole. He said it first.
I'm the good guy here.
Yeah, you'd like to believe that, but you're the worst of the two.
You are so full of shit.
I don't think it's true, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, there is something that I saw in the news that maybe we can talk about.
Okay, what's that?
The Affluenza team.
The dude with the flu.
That's what it sounds like, yes. But let me give them the quick background, then we'll talk about this dick cheese. Hi, I'm a kid that's
has the flu.
16 or 17, whatever he was.
And he has the flu.
And I ran into a whole bunch of people
and I gave
drunk.
them the flu.
No, shut up. I'm drunk and I killed them all. And I injured 9 other people.
And gave them the flu.
I might have given them the flu, but you can't like process me because I'm so rich that I don't know the difference between right and wrong.
And I have the flu.
We'll throw that in there. Okay, first up, I will say this, and then you can tell me what you think about the whole thing. This case should never be a case because that little stupid douchebag should have been in jail. Nobody is that rich that they don't know that you can't drive drunk and kill people. It's on TV, it's in movies, it's everywhere.
Well, no, he knows that he can't do that. He's just using it as an excuse.
Well, and it worked. How did it work?
Because they paid off the judge.
All right. You're probably right. But now, him and Affluenza Mama...
Who looks like Carrot Top.
Yeah. Has taken off to Mexico because they're going to get away from the world.
They got busted.
Yeah, they did get busted.
Because Mom used her cell phone to order Domino's.
She
did not avoid the Noid.
Look, she is a stupid bitch.
They're smart enough to get across.
Yeah, big deal, but now they're... Look, do you actually...
I'm surprised that Mexico is extraditing them back to the
They're
US.
not extraditing the kid.
They're not?
No, he's still there.
Oh.
His lawyer said that he can't be extradited. So that's what I find weird. I think you don't want to be in a Mexican jail, do you?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I saw that Dateline with that the Survivor, was the Survivor the reality show producer who killed his wife, and he's stuck in jail, and they did like a Dateline show on him, and they spent like...
I'm not sure it was Survivor because they were still successful, so... It might have been somebody else.
No, I think he worked on Survivor.
No, he might have.
Man, they did like a whole episode of him stuck in a Mexican jail, and it looked like hell.
Yeah, it's not a good place to be. I mean,
just like there were no shitters. There was like a hole in the ground that everyone shit. It was like a community hole shitter.
And I think that what they do for some of the Mexican prisoners is they bring in the donkeys to practice for the donkey show.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know that donkey show they do in Mexico?
No, there's no really donkey show.
Really? Because I thought I heard about it.
No, that's all rumors.
Well, I
went to Mexico with some friends.
You didn't see it?
No, I remember we were walking around to several different bars in this area, and they had like barkers out everywhere. Not like dogs, but like people like, "Hey, come in here, come in here, come in here." And one of the dudes was like, "We got monkey show, we got banana show," and we're like, "Holy shit, we're there. We got to see this." And we went in, and basically all it meant was like, I'm not sure which was which, but one meant topless and one meant bottom was completely nude. So I can't even imagine what donkey show meant, but I don't think there's an actual donkey show there, because that's probably illegal there too.
Probably not, but that guy should get banged by a donkey. That would be cool. He's a moron. I'm sorry.
The dude with the flu. We're back
the affluenza flu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it, and I'm not getting it. So, all right. Well, all right, Kevin. I guess we should think about. Oh, hey,
another beer.
Yes, another beer. But hey, football's almost over.
Yeah. So.
One more week.
I didn't really pay attention this year.
Really?
As the years have gone on, I've paid less and less attention to it.
Well, I just
realized how... it's kind of a farce now, I think.
Well, it's a big business, so...
Yeah. But I try not to spend my money on things that I don't believe in. So I've just kind of been tuning it out. I won't lie, I watched the games last weekend.
Yeah, look, I'll be speaking as a, wait till next year guy, but...
You're always going to wait till next year after
no,
you're a Detroit Lions fan.
I am a Detroit Lions fan, and
At least you don't have that.
I love my Lions, and they
Not
just
that
keep...
Sue dude anymore.
No, we don't have him. And he went to Miami, and he turned out to be an utter bust of shit. So good for you, Endemicon. You took the money, and you suck. There you go.
He's just a big bully.
Yeah, he is. He's a total bully.
Someone needs to punch him in the nuts.
Yeah, maybe twice.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, there we go.
Just cut him off.
The football season is over.
Not yet.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to make my predictions right now.
Who's winning the Super Bowl?
I predict that it will be a New England Patriot, Arizona Cardinal Super Bowl. And we shall see who wins. I mean, I think the Patriots are the best team, but everybody hates Brady. And let's be honest, they hate Brady because he's a good-looking guy that's got a hot wife, and he's making millions and millions of dollars. There ain't nothing wrong with him. Brady, you're a good guy. Please listen to our podcast.
I hate him because
Brady, please listen to our podcast.
I think he's completely overrated.
You're wrong.
I think he looks like Natalie Holloway's killer. You don't think he's overrated? He was out for like a year, and Matt Cassell took over, and they still did awesome.
Did they win?
Yeah. No.
Did they win the Super Bowl? No, they did not. Tom Brady has won like 4 Super Bowls.
Matt Cassell went to the Kansas City Chiefs, who were good. He went
sucks.
there, and he sucked.
He sucks.
They couldn't win a fucking game.
It's because of the Patriot thing. But the Patriots don't win without Brady.
They won with Matt Cassell. They didn't win the whole thing, but they won. They got to the playoffs.
Yeah, but they don't win the Super Bowl without Brady.
They got to the playoffs with Drew Bledsoe.
Who cares? They don't win the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter if you don't win the Super Bowl.
He's a decent QB.
No, he's a great QB.
No, he's no Peyton Manning. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Good.
No, he is. You got to get it right, and
you want to suck his balls.
I like Peyton, and I love Joe Montana, and I love all these guys. I mean, for quarterbacks. But Brady's up there with the rest of them because...
I think he's a tier below.
I think you're probably wrong.
I think you're full of shit.
I'm always full of shit. But
damn right.
That's, no. You're out.
I think if you put Brady on a different team, he wouldn't be any better than a Tony Romo.
Oh, God. Don't freaking compare him to Tony Romo. The guy who's great during the season but can't win a playoff game.
They've won one, haven't they?
Yeah, the one they fucked the Lions over and won. Because the refs called the wrong
refs
calls.
Screwed them over. The Cowboys did.
Even the president apologized to the Lions fans last year. Horrible.
The president is
horrible.
The president?
I don't want to hear it. It's wrong.
He needs to stick to his own business and try to run the friggin' the country.
Mm-hmm.
Stop showing up on
I agree with that.
Talk shows and reality shows. What was that reality show he was on with Bear Grylls? Is that the dude's name?
Yeah.
What the hell is he doing going on a friggin' reality show?
And he was just on another one, if I might
Was
add.
he really?
He was on the Jerry Seinfeld show, Comedians and Cards Getting Coffee.
He's a comedian now?
I guess you don't really want to say, well, God, you hope you don't want to say he's a comedian.
I don't care what your political views are, but a president doesn't need to be friggin' going on shows like that.
I mean, in my opinion...
Don't go on talk shows. Don't go on fucking reality shows. Just do your friggin' business.
In my opinion, if you're president, you shouldn't be on Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel or any Jimmy or any TV show until you're done doing what you're doing.
Exactly. The way I say it, he's like in it for the stardom.
You know the truth, Kevin?
I would not be surprised if after his presidency, he like tries to become some kind of actor or something.
Yeah, I would see the TV stuff. But you know what, Kevin? I think
I'd hire him because people would want to watch it.
You know what? You and I should actually I mean, if I think I could be president, you could be my vice president.
I would not want to serve with you.
Why not?
Because you're always telling me what to do.
Well, that would be my job if I was president.
Give you like a knuckle sandwich.
But you would be in charge of lots of stuff.
Like what? What would
Like
you put me in charge of?
international stuff. You'd be like basically be in charge of the international world.
Would I have to deal with like the stans of the world?
The stans, like
Kazakhstan and Pakistan.
okay, you gotta keep them all in order.
I don't know if I want to deal with them. You can put me in charge of like Britain. And
All right, I want to ask you this: what would it be like if a camera crew came into our White House?
we'd have to hide a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
How would you get elected president anyway?
All right, maybe Facebook.
I don't.
I mean, probably not, but I mean, maybe Facebook. Could you imagine? Here, I want you to picture this. Here's the way the country's run. I am president, and here's our table of advisors. You as vice president.
Which means I can off you and become president.
Yeah, but it's not going to work because I got people in place to make sure that doesn't happen.
I don't know.
And I have video of you being
but
drunk
I've
and
watched.
crazy.
No, you don't. I've watched a lot of House of Cards. I'll take you out.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. But just imagine our group. We got JB. We'll put him as Secretary of Defense. He can run our defensive stuff. Shit, I don't know who else to name for anybody else, but I mean that's a good trio of people.
Secretary of State.
Damn, I have no idea. I mean, my father. That's all I can think of. My father would be like, I could see him go to other countries and be like, we want to. My father would be like, hey, you know what? Fuck you. I don't give a shit. You're done. That'd be him.
What kind of cars he got?
Well, shit, he's got a bunch of cars now. He's got a Mustang convertible. He's got a Jeep.
No, that's what he's going to ask them.
Yeah. What do you got? What have you built? Do you know what cars are? What kind of engine do you have? Yeah, but I'll tell you what. My dad's the guy who won't run that shit because he'll make sure that stuff is straightened out.
Remember when we did Nights?
Yes.
And Kyle was... Nights was the second thing that you had done. And that's when I actually first started working like behind the scenes. And we had
Yep.
Kyle.
3 minutes.
Kyle was over there and he was like, I don't know, just he wasn't running shit, but he was like making sure things were getting done.
He was the Kraken.
Yeah, he was the Kraken. And the dude who was Jackie Jingles.
Greg.
Yeah, he like
It's not empty.
he like made a mess in your bathroom.
Yes, he did.
And we released the Kraken on him.
And the Kraken went to town. The Kraken went to town on a few people.
Who else?
Well, somebody who was working as a producer.
The Kraken was Kyle, who's
Kyle Park.
JB's
father-in-law.
father-in-law.
And he's a cool dude. He gets shit done. So, if you need a Kraken, he's the guy to go to.
I think we all need a Kraken.
We all do need a Kraken in life.
My butt needs a Kraken.
Well, congrats for your butt. All right, Kevin. We are out of our first episode of 2016.
It's already over? You're like anxious to get it over.
No, I'm just looking at our time, so I'm sorry.
Who cares about the time?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Do we care about time?
I don't care about time. It doesn't have to be a certain length.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I thought we had like
We
a
got things to talk about, and we'll just
specific
talk
thing.
about
All
it.
right, what do you want to talk about?
Nothing. Let's end this shit.
Oh, okay, good. That's what I thought. All right, well, America, all of you that listen to us, we love you.
Todd
It's not
knows.
hard to say because,
I'm not a big fan of you.
well, there's probably like 5 of you, so I don't really care to say I love all of you. So I guess we'll be back in 2 weeks.
Maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Let's see what happens. And as always, please tell us what you would like us to talk about.
We keep telling people that, but we never give out our freaking
nobody
email.
sends us shit.
Because we don't give out the email address.
Well, let's do it right now.
I don't remember.
2F 4W6P at gmail.com. Now, none of you have an excuse to not send us an email.
Speaking of pee.
Do you have to pee?
Maybe.
Alright, guys. We're going to go. Kevin, you want to say goodbye? Bye.